Phone is only recording from one side of the phone now. The camera on the front does not work. So what's this video about? It's about homelessness. Y'all don't see the difference between the white man in Congress who don't give a shit about you and the white man on the streets who knows your struggle. Oh, but you tell him he can't understand your struggle. Like poverty ain't got nothing to do with it. You pretend like he doesn't know what it's like to get racial slurs screamed at him. I can't count how many times in my life I've been called honky, or cracker, or whitey, or hey boy. But that's not my name. My name ain't boy. It's not cracker, it's not honky. So let me tell you how it is out on the streets. You got a bunch of black homeless people. And they're victimized. And they say it's because I'm black, it's because I'm black, it's because I'm black. We got a bunch of Hispanic people out on the streets being victimized, saying it's because we're Hispanic, it's because we're Hispanic. If I wasn't Hispanic, this wouldn't happen to me. So we got Jews out there on the streets. And these Jews say, you know what? I'm only being bullied and picked on because I'm Jewish. Because I'm Jewish. Because I'm Jewish. We got Christians out there. They say, you know, the only reason I'm out here is because I spoke up against my church. You know, this only happens to people like me. Isn't that always how it is? People like you. When it happens to you, it happened to an entire group that you identify with, huh? That's kind of how we've been taught, ain't we? We watch these movies. An assault against the king's men is the same as an assault against the king himself. And then they cut the woman's throat in that movie, don't they? That was Braveheart. Yeah. An assault against one homeless person is an assault against us all. I see all these different people who identify as different groups. They're all homeless. Whether they want to identify as homeless or not, they're homeless. It's kind of like when you have a dick that you rape your little sister with. Yeah, you can identify as a woman all you want. You're not going in the girl's fucking bathroom. No. You have a penis and you are a rapist. Telling me you're a woman is not going to entice me to allow you access to more victims, dummy. There's a reason that the majority of black people killed by police every year are homeless. There's a reason why the majority of white people killed by the police every year are homeless. The largest cross-section of any of your given groups murdered by police is always going to be the homeless. Black homeless people get treated like homeless people. They say it's because they're black. Female homeless people get treated like they're homeless. They pretend they're treated that way because they're women. Meanwhile, women and black people are treated far better out on the streets. There are more services that give a fuck about them. You got all sorts of racist hate groups like BLM that'll help you out if you're black. You got all sorts of sexist hate groups that'll help you out if you're a woman. Take a look at BLM. Take a look at the Me Too movement. And look at how many of those people treat, well, with the Me Too movement. If a white man has been victimized in the same way, he's ostracized by those females. Me Too is supposed to be for all of us, ain't it? Well, it's not. This is a man-hating group, is what it is. Male victims are not allowed to be heard. We're not allowed to bring up how many females are being busted for fucking little boys, are we? You say that 14-year-old girl can't consent with a 19-year-old, but apparently a 13-year-old boy can consent with a 31-year-old. Huh. 31-year-old gets pregnant by a 14-year-old, keeps the kid. 13-year-old's got to pay child support. And the 31-year-old woman doesn't even go to jail. That's not the only instance of this stuff happening. Women get leniency. Look at Sarah Nelson. Look at the position of power that she held and the slap on the wrist that she got for sexually assaulting inmates. The law doesn't even follow the law. According to the law in Nebraska, a 14-year-old cannot consent to sex. If you're a 31-year-old having sex with a 13-year-old, well, it's a felony. It is rape, no matter what. Is that true? According to the law, yes. The way it's written. The way it's enacted and used and utilized, the courts and lawyers already know that bias is what reigns. If you've got good friends who care about you and speak up with you, it makes all the difference in the world. Look at Samuel Leon Lawrence IV. He had help. Look at Zaid Atkinson. He had help. The news got their body cameras immediately. I was denied the right to the body cams. I was denied the right to turn in my predators. I was threatened, harassed, and intimidated every time that I tried because I always had to try alone. The United States is a disgusting place. And its citizens are just as disgusting. When a white man is the only one out there who sees that we're all being victimized because we're homeless. Because each and every one of these other groups, the LGBT community, you can be gay on the streets. There are people who will protect you, especially in Boulder, Colorado. There are also people who will hurt you, especially in Chapel, Nebraska. But when people treat you the way they're treating all of the homeless people around you, and you are literally ignoring the black people that it's happening to because they're not gay, you believe it only happens to gay people because you only think about you. Or you believe it only happens to women because you only think about you. Now you know how I end my videos. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper or your sister's, and no victim left behind. No victim left behind. It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. It doesn't matter if you're 8 or 80. It's not okay to victimize you. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic. It doesn't matter if you're Native American. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're gay. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. Wrong is wrong. Forcing somebody to do wrong things just so they can show the hypocrisy of it. That's what America's all about. Y'all want to make comparisons, but you'll ignore all comparisons that show the actual truth and gravity of the situation. You guys victimize the poor. And nobody victimized the poor more than the other poor. Nobody. When you out on the streets, the only people that hold a candle to stealing your stuff is the police. In some places, you might get your stuff stolen by the police more often than homeless people steal your stuff. The thing is, you can't just take your stuff everywhere you go. Lots of places will not allow you to go into their establishment with the gear that'll keep you from freezing to death. So you have to hide it somewhere and hope nobody finds it. You really gonna go into a job interview with a big old backpack stuffed with a tarp and your toothbrush and your toothpaste and a big ass fucking blanket or a sleeping bag? And you guys say, oh, well, you should just go take a shower. You should just go take a bath. You guys have all these simple ideas. You don't stop to consider these things cost money. You go, oh, well, there's a free place where you can get clothes. Yeah, when? Deacon's Closet, Thursday morning. You're pretty well fucked if you got a job interview on Monday. So then, of course, everybody blames the white man. Women blame men. It's all men's fault. They've been taught that they can do this, that they don't have to be held accountable. They can just blame men. They can play on bias against men. And everybody in America is just going to fucking go along with it. It's disgusting. Y'all never spoke out about my issue, did you? You never bothered looking at the evidence, did you? Those of you who claimed that you cared and that you wanted to take a look, but you never did. You're complete and total shit. I'm going to go ahead and get some coffee, and I'm going to set up my computer, and I'm going to try to get some of this evidence organized and sent to who it needs to go to. There's a lot of people that I let know they needed to go away a long time ago. If you're not my friend, you need to go. If you're going to fucking speak out. See, that's how all these people who wanted to pretend like they were going to help me, this is how they were able to dupe me. They pretended like they were going to speak out. Pretended like they were going to help me turn it in. They weren't interested. When they realized I wasn't some fucking nut job, they lost interest. Kind of like when people realized that I didn't kill Natalie. People who wanted to claim that they stuck up for me. Really? Did you stick up for me in court? Did you speak up to the public? Did you let them know who I really am? No, you fucking didn't. When an at-risk adult is being abused, They need someone to go in with them to turn in the abuse immediately. Here I am still begging for help doing that. People want to call who they want to call. No, there is a very specific route that we're supposed to take to turn these pieces of shit in. Somewhere in there. Okay. But if you're just throwing someone in there, now they're off the bike one. Really? Can't tell. And walking it without. That's no joke.
I'll give the 6 sausage market, please. This one is...
I'll be right with you.
Yes, but we have a pen. I'll never put a pen in.
I would like a large coffee with 15 sugars, 7 creamers.
That's so weird.
Someone say my name? I heard weird.
You didn't press the mark.
That's funny. Right? Okay, please insert tap swipe card. Oh, it's
Fancy, got cards.
right? It's made of plastic. So if somebody mugs me, they can't get it without my secret code.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes, like, if you go to Santa Market or something, there's no code. Yeah, it's weird. Like, even if you have a pass, like, I have a code on mine. I go to Santa Market, and sometimes it doesn't ask me for the code when I purchase something.
Don't say that.
It's weird. So,
It's a good thing I put it in my wallet then.
Yeah.
I just gotta remember not to wallet anywhere.
so I would, if you ever lost it, I'd cancel it instead of thinking no one can spend on it.
Right?
Joey,
It is good advice.
mark card 6 sausage market. There you go. You break it out into biscuit. The burrito tomato sauce.
It happens.
Your coffee?
But not.
And he's one of them little pads like on Star Trek. Thank you, sir.
That was on Facebook last night. Yeah.
Going good for you guys? Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. That's what it means to go.
Welcome back. No. Yeah, I was gonna call you after we got through the street. That new house that you built. You had to put a fence all the way around. Yeah, I told him, I said, if you have any problems during archery season, you need to help out here. Call me. He said there was a huge 7x5 in there last year. All right, I'm gonna order here too, so people come. Boys, we want.
The Wi-Fi working better?
Yeah, but my computer's not.
It jumped down on me a week ago, the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I noticed that. It'll still pop up with the oops, something went wrong thing. But if you try to open up something after that, it'll still let you in. It's just really super slow.
Because it asks you if you have to connect, right?
Yep, well,
Accept
it
the
does that
terms.
part. Yep. And then right after that is when it says, oops, something went wrong.
Well, then I have to have that on there. Oh, okay, see how it goes. It's still cool, right? It's gonna be about 45 minutes before it's done. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's starting to work. I gotta keep this thing running because if I don't, it's not gonna get hot enough for it to burn off the condensation, which is just crazy.
Yeah, Ira, are you really busy right now? Can I say something? So you know we have this, right? So you know how before I see this. And they would say, come in 6 minutes. We're supposed to get a okay, that's why. Because how do we know if they're not? They're there. If you make theirs and put it right there, oh, they're dangerous. Because, oh, you want to pick it up for that? Oh, that's just all right. Yeah, you see.
You decided to come in.
Well, yeah,
How you doing?
I'm not as pretty as I was yesterday, thank goodness.
That is true.
Fuck. Life fucking sucks, don't it?